Hey guys, welcome back to the Espresso Outlet YouTube channel. And today I wanted to do a quick tutorial just in case you ever needed to return one of the espresso machines that you bought from us. So this is quite unlikely, but I'm using this Turin Legato in front of us today as an example for this return. Now I will note, you need to keep your packaging for at least 30 days. We have a 30-day return policy, and if you have some problems with it within the first 30 days, you can go ahead and send that back and we can send you a replacement machine. If you needed to do something a little bit more long term, you may need to find a service shop in your area. But to get started, you'll want to make sure that everything is completely clean and dry. So in this case, we have this tank. It's been cleaned out. Towel it off with a paper towel and prepare it for the shipment. If you've used your machine, you'll likely have some residue in this drip tray. This has the protective coating still on it that I'm using as an example. But we would prefer if you would wash this out, a little bit of Dawn soap or something similar, and dry it off with a paper towel. So with that all said, if your group head has a little bit of coffee grounds stuck in it, it'd be nice if you could clean that off. But for the most part, your machine should be ready to go. If you have one of our larger machines, like for example, I have this rocket over here, we may have some additional steps for draining the boiler so that it doesn't leak all over the box during transit. So to get started with the accessories, make sure to include all the accessories that came with your machine. We have a portafilter with the basket. We have a second basket with a backflush blind. We have the tamper, a scoop, and a cleaning brush. So let's start finding some of the materials in our package. This is for the portafilter. We would like all the bags and all the twist ties, anything that came with it, to be saved. Because when we get this back, we're going to clean this up if it needs repair, and then we're going to resell it. So we want as much of the original packaging as possible. So we have our portafilter ready here. Next, we have a box for the coffee tamper. Followed by, I believe this is the bag for our scoop. And our single basket with the backflush blind. So that prepares all of our accessories. There's usually some sort of an instruction manual that is placed on top of the machine in a large bag just to kind of keep any moisture that might be on the machine during testing or maybe from a previous use that we will wrap around the machine like so. In the case of the Legato, one of the most things that damages a machine during return is the power cord. So in the case of the Legato, we have this long bag, but most machines have some sort of a zip tie. If you are able to get some like painter's tape, that is usually ideal as it's easy to clean off and you can kind of package it close to the machine without damaging it. In the case of this machine, it has some preformed styrofoam inserts. And for this specific machine, it has some cutouts on the side for some of these accessories. So we're going to take our blind basket and put it in one of these holes. And then on this side, it should have a cutout for your tamper. So to proceed with the packaging, we'll lay this machine on its side into the styrofoam insert. And in this case, we have a cutout in the front for this portafilter box and a few of these miscellaneous accessories. Last, we have the other side of the box. You'll want to make sure to orient it correctly and line up your box in the front like so. Ideally, they come double boxed. You can see on the inside there's a secondary box. And you'll want to place the machine with the base side down so that it doesn't leak during transit. In this case, we have our scoop and our cleaning brush that we'll put in the front. And we'll wrap the remaining cord on top like so. Since these are double layered boxes, if you could take a small piece of tape and tape this inner flap down, that does add some additional strength to this packaging. And then we will do our final taping on the top. So 2 last very important steps. We will mail you a return label. This is just a blank label for now, since we're not returning this anywhere. But you can see that there's a couple of labels on top. If they're able to peel off, you can peel them off, or you can simply take a piece of paper or a piece of tape and cover up any of the additional labels. Now, when we supply this label, we would request that you write the order number like so onto the label or onto the box. And that allows us that as soon as this is returned, we'll be able to fully understand what is wrong with the machine. Are you just returning it? Do you need a replacement machine, and how to repair it? Take your label and cover up the original shipping label like so, and drop it off at the designated carrier based on your label. It's usually going to be UPS or USPS. So if you have any further questions on how to return an espresso machine to us, please let us know. Today I used this Turin Legato as an example. Your machine may differ from this one, but again, we do request to keep all the original packaging for at least 30 days, including all of the tie wraps, small bags, styrofoam inserts, everything. Because when we get this back, we do want to get it back, be able to repair it, and sell it as an open box item. Very important things is to send photos of it before you tape the box shut. We will request that in the email if you were to send something back. And that's just really to ensure that we're getting everything back and that there's not going to be any damage during transit. Last but not least, putting that order number on the box will avoid any delays for getting you a return or a replacement. A lot of times, sometimes people will buy something for a friend, and we don't really know where this order came from, and we just receive it back. So having that order number on there is very imperative. But thanks for watching for today. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us via email on the Espresso Outlet website. Thank you.